division in 2021 and second place last year. He attends Mid-East in the electrical program. After graduation, he plans to become an electrician. Colin Thornton. Austin Williamson is escorted by his parents, Seth and Amanda Williamson. Austin has been part of the program for 2 years. He plays offensive tackle and on the defensive line. He will be a varsity letter winner this year. You can also find Austin on the baseball field. He played baseball since he was 7 years old and has been playing at high school level the past 2 years. He is a pitcher, first baseman, a 2-year letter winner for the varsity program. His plans after graduation are undecided. Austin Williamson. Our senior cheerleaders, Kaolani Gills, escorted by Chad and Shannon Gill. Kaolani is part of the West End cheer team for 2 years, 2-year varsity letter winner. She is a 5-year member of the marching band, lettering 4 of those years. 2-year member of the Key Club, also participates in school musicals for 4 years. Plans after graduation, she would like to attend a 4-year college, get a bachelor's degree in computer science, and would eventually like to go into cybersecurity. Kaolani Gill. Isabella Grace Henderson is escorted by James and Amy Henderson. Isabella is a 4-year varsity letter winner in West End High School cheer. She cheers for both football and basketball. She is the title of team captain and the UCA All-American. Isabella has served her high school as class president for 4 years, currently secretary of the National Honor Society. Isabella also served high school class president. Isabella currently taking classes at Zane State. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career in molecular biology. Then she will go to PA school and work as a pediatric oncology. Isabella Grace Henderson. Caitlin Houston, escorted by her parents, Randy and Deanna. Caitlin is a 2-year varsity letter winner for West End cheer. She has cheered 2 years of varsity football, 3 years varsity basketball. Caitlin is currently one of our captains. She's a 4-year varsity letter winner in track, earning her academic each of those years. She is a 2-year member of student council. After graduating, she plans on enlisting in the United States Army. Caitlin Houston. Abby Hughes, escorted by her parents, David and Amy Hughes. Abby is a 4-year member of West End cheer team. She is a 2-year varsity letter winner. She cheers both football and basketball. She is also a captain and has earned All-American at UCA. Abby is a 3-year varsity letterman in track and field as well. She has earned academic letters all 4 years of high school. Currently enrolled at Mid-East, plans to graduate as an LPN and then attend Ohio University to become an RN. Abby Hughes. Alexis Mazar, escorted by Mother Leanne Pickens, and in memory of her loving father, Chad Mazar. Alexis is the 2-year letter winner for West End varsity. She cheers both football and basketball. She is president of the Kickin' Country 4-H Club, also a member of the County Junior Leaders. Alexis currently attends Mid-East, plans to graduate as a certified welder, as well as Zane State to get her associate degree in business. After graduation, she plans to join a union to become a welder and become a certified welder inspector. Alexis Mazar. Senior band members, Wes Cornett, escorted by his parents, Matt and Angela. Wes is a 4-year letter winner in marching band, plays the trombone. He's been a member of the marching band for 6 years. Wes has maintained honor roll all through high school and has earned an academic letter as well. Wes does volunteer for the Genesis Hospital and has successfully completed over 80 hours. After graduation, he will attend Bowling Green State University and become a clinical therapist. Wes Cornett. Next is Zosia Walker, escorted by her grandfather, Richard Walker Sr., and Uncle Richard Walker. Zosia has been part of the Tornado Band for 1 year. She will earn a varsity letter. She also performs in the concert band Zosia has worn many hats in high school, served on the Key Club, Student Council. She holds a spot in the principal's list for her grades, is a member of the Film Club, National Honor Society, and is also part of the Big Brother, Big Sister program. She's currently exploring her college options, but would like to study character design. Zosia Walker. Let's hear it for all our 2023 senior fall sports.
You want to leave the window shut, Dave? You want to leave the window shut?
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't care.
But everybody else.
Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics wants to wish them accepted.
Not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com. Located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
Leave it up to Pete, you know. Well, I know Pete.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to AVC Sports on YRPtv. Tonight, week number 10 of this final regular season game. Meadowbrook Colts and Steve Norman, a 4-win, 5-loss record so far, invading west part of Zanesville. West Muskingum, 8-1 on the year so far. The Tornadoes are really having a spectacular season again here this year. Howard Twiggs along with Dave Davidson here on our live stream cast. Also thanks to Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes doing all of our videos tonight here as well. So we thank those guys very much. Howard, great to be back with you again. Last week, another tale of some struggling defense by the Meadowbrook Colts.
Yeah, last week it just wasn't pretty against Morgan, 69-26, in a game that Meadowbrook, had they not scored some points in the second half, would have been shut out, possibly even worse. But Morgan jumped out on top, and it was just over very quickly. But these Tornadoes under Coach Nate Brownrigg, outstanding team, 8-1 on the season, as we've noted, averaging 37 points a game, giving up just 17. Their only loss was to the undefeated Garaway Pirates, 28-0. West, by the way, Garaway is ranked second in Division 6, so they're an outstanding team. But this West Muskingum team ranked 5th. This is a big win for them if they get to that point, simply because they need points, as many as possible. And Meadowbrook having won 4 games, Dave, I think they can maybe, with a win, West get a little, maybe just a few little extra points.
Yeah, absolutely. That defense, the last 4 weeks, the Colt defense giving up over 52 points a game, and it's been to opponents that have been probably better than Meadowbrook, but a couple of opponents, Coshocton in particular, they were winless at that time when Meadowbrook, when they went on the road there to play them at Stewart Field. It's really difficult to figure out kind of what's, turned south, other than the fact that the second half season schedule a little bit more difficult than the first.
It really is a tale of two halves. They are absolutely reeling the 4 straight losses, and in those 4 losses, as you point out, Dave, they're surrendering 52 points a game. That's just a lot of points. I don't care what level. By the way, these two teams have played common opponents. They've played 5 common opponents, and West Muskingum 5-0 against those teams, where Meadowbrook 2-3. New Lax West beat 34-13. Meadowbrook lost 42-12. Maysville fell to West 42-0. Meadowbrook did beat Maysville in the season opener 20-17. Cooksville, West Muskingum beat 48-0. Meadowbrook squeaked one out against the Ceramics 24-21. Coshocton last week really surprised West. West barely hung on 57-56, whereas when they started the skid, the Colts lost 55-22 at Coshocton. And then last week, the 69-26 loss by the Colts, whereas earlier in the year, West beat Morgan 42-13. In those 5 opponents, West Muskingum giving up 14 points a game, Meadowbrook giving up 42. You do the math.
That's times 3, by the way.
Yeah, you figure that out, and when you look at the game, it's the 10th game of the season. You like to think you've improved. You hope that things will go your way. But this is a tough task for Coach Norman, Steve Norman, and his Colts. That they are 4-5 after the early start of 4-1. They've dropped the 4 straight. Offensively, they can still score. They average 27 points a game, but over the course of the 9 games, they're giving up 37 points a game. And as we saw last week, it's not necessarily the offense for the Colts, it's the defense. Something has to change if they even hope to have a chance tonight against this Rashid Cisse team of West Muskingum. We heard earlier about his records for touchdowns scored in a season, in a game, in a career. The guy's top shelf.
Yeah, 35 TDs, I think, for him in the season. 50, I think, 59, something like that for his career.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's not much more you can say about him. Obviously, you got to somehow contain him.
Yeah, he's the real deal. And for West Muskingum, they've got a capable quarterback in Jake Anton. He throws the ball very well. He's got a couple of good receivers. Yes, Connor Hill, Carter Smith, Rashid Cisse does catch some passes out of the backfield. Also, Braxton Brownwig. But Anton is the guy that makes it go, Jake Anton. And he will do whatever is necessary. He doesn't necessarily get the high accolades that perhaps some of the other teams' quarterbacks in the league, but he's certainly led a team that's 8-1 and on the brink of making the playoffs and a high seed. So the guy's doing something right.
We'll break away for just a moment here on YRPtv. We'll come back, starting lineups between West Muskingum and Meadowbrook, and we'll bring it all to you here on YouTube on YRPtv after this word.
As we honor
High school teams this year, serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties. Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530. Hey, football fans, Laborers Local.
Everyone's family at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville. Come in and savor each bite of the best burgers in town while you watch all your favorite college and NFL games. Check out Marlene's Restaurant and Bar on Facebook for our daily specials. Good luck to all our local area teams from everyone here at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville.
Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Paid for by Myra Shire for Judge. Myra Shearer. Located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Now located at 16050 McConnell.
Welcome back on YRPtv. Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson, along with our Mideast Digital Media crew, Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes on the cameras and video tonight. Thanks for being with us on week number 10 of this high school football season that perhaps a closeout game for Meadowbrook, trying to finish this season at 500. Still a massive improvement from what they did a year ago, despite the fact that the last 4 games have been big skids.
Well, again, you measure progress, you measure success by how many games you win. For Meadowbrook, based on what we saw last year when they were not a very good football team, the 4 wins this year, the possibility of winning this one tonight, anything can happen. So, this is progress for Meadowbrook. And by the way, they are a young team. They've got a lot of kids coming back next year, especially at the skill positions. Huey, McManaway, Rivera, I think are all juniors. I think this is a real, Braden Black's another one. I think this is a really good football team, but, the problem they're going to have tonight early on, by the way, West Muskingum has made their way onto the field. They will be in the blue uniforms, pants, and jerseys, along with the gold numerals and stripes, and the same thing on the helmet. So we all also see Meadowbrook come on the field. The Colts will have their white jerseys, black pants, orange helmets with the orange numerals. But the problem for Meadowbrook tonight, early on, we're going to find out what they're made of, because I'm guessing that Rashid Cisse is going to go off early, Dave. I think West is going to feed him early and often just to see where the Meadowbrook defense is at.
And that Morgan team last week, Howard, it seemed like that Morgan really gouged them, especially as the game went on, right between the tackles.
Yes.
Nothing fancy. Right through the middle of the field, and Meadowbrook struggled mightily just to plug up gaps.
Well, here again, the sign of any good team is, can you run the ball? And can you run it between the tackles? Can you get those tough yards? Morgan proved that last week against Meadowbrook. So, they will, in fact, I think, see the same thing tonight. Meadowbrook will receive the kickoff, by the way, to start the football game. So West Muskingum will get it in the second half.
All right, Meadowbrook offense across the front line, left to right. Mitchell George, Casey Clendenning, number 75. Mitchell George, 73. Zayden Yeagle, the center, 52. Ethan Hetty, 77. And Talon Cannon, 55. The receivers, number 8, Nick Norman. Number 6, Jake Burris. Number 3, Cohen Miles. And number 18, Landon Kuhn. This kickoff right down the middle is finally scooped up around the 8-yard line. That's Kuhn taking it back across the far side of the field and going to be cut down just across the 15-yard line. So starting inside the 20-yard line is never a good thing for the offense to open up the football game.
No, excellent special teams that time by West Muskingum. Good kick all the way down inside the 5-yard line. As most people know, that's a live ball. The offense has to field that. Meadowbrook is going to come up with the Justice Huey in the shotgun. Huey, good numbers on the season. He has completed nearly 50% of his passes for over 1,700 yards.
And our pregame tonight brought to you by 45 Logistics. And a carry around the left end. That's Dalen Rivera getting loose. That's a WB Green Insurance first down right off the get-go. So a great start for the Colts runner, who picks up 12 on the game's first play.
And that's a stretch play to the short side of the field to the boundary for Meadowbrook. And boy, that has to make the Colts feel pretty good.
Defense of the Tornadoes, primarily a 34 defense. Up front, Colin Thornton, number 66, Cord McKenzie, 55, and Connor McKenzie, 62 on that front line. Again, Rivera, same play. Around the left tackle, good yardage on first down. Out across the 35, near the 37 or 38, they'll mark him down about a yard or two short of the first down.
Identical plays for West Muskingum to the boundary side. Perhaps in film they saw something that they might be able to take advantage of. Quick huddle and Meadowbrook wreck to it.
Linebackers for West M, number 9, West Houston. Keegan Carnes, number 8. Mix up on the play. Rivera getting this, and nearly West M taking the handoff. That'll be a loss on the play back about 5 yards back to the 30-yard line, setting up a long 3rd and 9. Number 10, Carter Winland, and number 3, Rashid Cisse will call a lot on offense. Will also play linebacker on the defense. Secondary, Jake Anton, Connor Hill, Tavin Bennett, and Cam Fowler.
This is where Meadowbrook got in trouble last week against the pass rush of Morgan. I'm sure West Muskingum will probably try to send an extra defender.
That's Huey out of the gun, gives it to Rivera, and Rivera is grabbed immediately after he took the football. Maybe a yard or so on forward progress, but still 4th down coming up, and it looks like a Bentley Sea-Door punt situation coming up.
4th down.
And 4th down and 9, you're deep in your own territory. I think Meadowbrook, although last week they disdained the punt and they went for it on 4th down against Morgan, could they be doing the same thing again tonight?
See what they do here. Rivera coming up on the left side of the quarterback, and now Huey will drop back in pooch punt formation, and he does just that. Poots a very high one, bouncing at the 41 of West End. Takes a very fortuitous this bounce. 20 yards back, 21 yards back inside the 20-yard line and down at the 19.
And that is a 50-yard punt for Justice Huey.
Well done on special teams. We'll look now. West Muskingum offense. Jake Anton, 6'2" junior quarterback, number 14, will run the controls. They'll have receivers Cam Fowler, 6' senior, number 6, Connor Hill, 0, at 5'10" junior, and 6'2" sophomore, number 13, Tavin Bennett. And in the backfield, we'll see 5'8" junior, 200-pounder, number 10, Carter Winland. And Rashid Cisse we'll see probably all over the field at some point. He is lined up in the slot right now as a receiver, 5'11" senior, who holds several West End offensive records. Cisse is in that slot over there to the right side. Now the motion man coming through and gets a pitch on the jet sweep. One man misses. Cisse zigzags, nearly broke away from a tackle, and he's dangerous once he gets past that first line. It was Noah Farley, the linebacker, who finally grabbed him at the shoe tops after a gain of 4.
Yeah, Meadowbrook had him absolutely contained. They had the linebacker in the corner stopped, and he made a little juke move and picked up an extra couple of yards.
Number 1, Braylon Lowry, the safety, had the first chance at him. Colts defense, Zayden Yeagle, Ethan Hetty, Casey Clendenning, and Deshaun Mayle, number 13, at the defensive end. Out of the gun is Anton. And this will be a handoff. Carter Winland straight ahead, breaks tackles. Again, poor tackling by the Colts defense, and this has been a staple. He's past the 50 and inside the Colt 40-yard line at the 37.
37 yards for Carter Winland on that. As you talked about in the pregame, Dave, Meadowbrook must tackle when the ball is run between the opponents, between tackles.
That has been an ongoing problem, and right there, Winland ran through at least 3 arm tackles. Empty backfield now for Anton as they'll now get the final signals from the offensive sideline. 1st down and 10 after a WB Green Insurance 1st down for the Tornadoes. No score first quarter with just under 9 minutes to go. Straight ahead carry, Winland again. Anton, the quarterback, straight through, and that'll be a gain of about 7.
Misdirection play that time by West Muskingum. So the Tornadoes mixing it up here on this first drive as they are moving into Colt territory. Ball now at the 32-yard line, all on the ground.
Number 55, Talon Cannon, the linebacker with that last tackle. Noah Farley, 5. 23, Will Smalley, and number 12, Cooper McManaway. The secondary of number 8, Nick Norman, number 6, Jake Burris, and Braylon Lowry, number 1. And with a couple of running backs, offset eye left. Cisse starts one way, now bolts outside, finds some daylight to the 20, 15, 10-5, goodbye. Touchdown, Tornadoes.
That will go 32 yards for Rashid Cisse. Yeah, they operated out of the eye, another formation for the Tornadoes. And I think we see a holding penalty is going to bring this back. But they operated out of the eye. Cisse didn't like what he saw, just bounced it outside.
Well, I think we first thought that the Colts lost containment on that outside, which they probably did, but they did endure the benefit of someone with that outside arm wrapped around a Colt defender. That'll come back to the 36-yard line. So these holding penalties marked at the spot of the foul, not from the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down and 9. Tornadoes now at the 36. Nearly 8 minutes to go. Fake handoff. Anton rolling out. Escapes and now is brought down with a sack. Cooper McManaway, I believe the linebacker, got it.
Well, Meadowbrook comes up with a big stick right there as McManaway came in from the right side, unblocked from the corner spot, and anticipating pass. So nice job by the Colts.
Loss of 7 on that sack by McManaway. A tackle for loss, and now 3rd and 16. No score in this first quarter. Colts stall 3 and out on their opening possession. 4 wides. Winland in the backfield with Anton as he has good protection, steps up in the pocket, throws down the middle. He's got a man, and that is caught by Cam Fowler inside the 15-yard line. 1st down for the Tornadoes, a WB Green Insurance move of the chains.
Anton's pass complete to Cam Fowler.
Cam Fowler with an excellent route. There's a little curl down the field, good for 28 yards.
That's another tornado.
Tornadoes moving it effortlessly so far on their opening possession. Windland a slot man to the right side with Anton an empty backfield, couple of slot backs. The other man is tight end Keegan Kearns, as now Windland will come back toward the quarterback. They fake it to Cisse going through. The quarterback Anton on a dive off to the right side, picks up close to 5 or so up near the 7-yard line. Second and short.
Ball's marked at the 7-yard line, second down and 4.
This is that point of the field, and where you got to think that Cisse is going to get it in some fashion. And as you mentioned, Dave, they put him all over the field. They're going to put him back in the I formation as the deep back.
Well, he already has the school record in career touchdowns, and I believe this would be number 60 if he can punch it in the end zone here. Trying to get away, trying to escape tackles, and gang tackling this time by the Colts. Good pursuit along that strong side. No gain on the play for Rashid Cisse, 5'11", 190-pound senior, has stopped cold.
Give Meadowbrook credit here. 6 minutes to go in this running clock first quarter. The Colts, except for the big play on the long run, they've done very well. And the Cam Fowler long pass also. But the Colts are holding tight.
Third down and a short 5. They can still get a first down inside about the 2-yard line. Windland on the side of the quarterback. Cisse takes the direct snap, looks through the left side of the line, and he will coast into the end zone for a tornado touchdown from 7 yards out.
8-yard touchdown.
Yeah, again, they use him in so many different formations. That time he takes the direct snap, looks and sees where the hole is, boom, he's gone in a flash.
And 5:33 remaining in the first quarter. Tornadoes strike first 6-0 off the Cisse 8-yard score off the left side. Quarterback Jake Anton will be the holder on the point after attempt by Silas Kuhn. And that kick is up and good for Kuhn, and we have a 7-0 game for the Tornadoes. 5.5 to go. This opening quarter from West End. We'll step aside for a moment, and Howard and I will return on YRPtv after this work.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Lowry and Taylor back for the Colts.
Thanks a lot. Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson, and on our Mideast Digital Media crew here on YRPtv, Bryce Haynes out on the main camera that you are watching right now, and Cam Summers, what do we call you, video director, producer, guru, all the titles tonight.
Volunteer.
Voluntold. And the pooch by Silas Kuhn is muffed at the 25 momentarily, now finally picked up. And here's Landon Kuhn trying to get loose, and he gets across the 40-yard line. Oh, not Kuhn. That looked like 18, it was not. There we go, thank you, Howard. James Taylor,
Okay.
6'1" senior. Used to see a Kuhn back there returning
Maybe
kicks,
that.
and this time Taylor turns in a good one.
He's also
19 yards.
He's also going to play offense as one of the wideouts.
He'll remain in the game at the bottom of the screen. Two other receivers out wide left. Play action fake for Huey. Oh, look out, there's an interception for Cisse as he read that and jumped in the path of that pass, and Rivera can't catch him. And Cisse turns in a defensive touchdown to add to his career total now of 61 TDs, 13-0 West End.
You know, you're never too old to learn a lesson, and I think Justice Hugh just learned a lesson. You've got three guys staring at you on the pass rush, and if you're going to try and unload that ball, you better throw it up over that guy who's jumping in the air, and that happens to be Rashid Cisse. So bang, it's 13-0, possibly 14 here in just a few seconds. Yeah.
we'll call it unofficially, about a 35-yard interception return. Anton will be out again as the holder for the Tornadoes. Silas Kuhn, left-footed booter, gets it down and up and good again. 14-0 West Muskingum. 5:14 left to go, first quarter. We'll step aside again for 30 seconds as our Meadowbrook Colts and West End Tornadoes YRPtv Week 10 coverage continues after this.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our
Cannon with the MVL record.
Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson back on YRPtv. And so far here, Howard, as expected, the Rashid Cisse show.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 1 on offense, 1 defense. And our good buddy Jim Maniaci on the PA announces that he has tied Drew Cannon out of the New Lex area for the most touchdowns in NBL history with 60.
And another squib kick. This will be taken by Meadowbrook across the field. Now finally run backwards. Forward progress stopped around just ahead of the 30.
By the way, I want to mention that kicker for West Muskingum, that Silas Kuhn. I believe he's just a sophomore. He's got a big leg. Just watching his 2 extra points, I'd like to see him try a field goal because he is booting that ball both on kickoffs and extra points. Good height, good distance, good leg.
Trayvon Gray, the sophomore, with that return. Straight ahead carry. Rivera picks up a few, maybe close to 4, around the 39-yard line. Bottled up by a host of Tornadoes, led by Winland.
They'll still stay with the quick offense with the Colts.
Our kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance. And again, Rivera straight ahead. This time, not a lot of room there. Forward progress. They give him a couple of yards, looks like. He'll be a good 4.5 short of the first down. Ball resting just outside the 42. Trips receivers right here, and Nick Norman by himself across the field, top of your screen to the left. And out of the pistol, it'll be Huey giving it off to Dalen Rivera. And he gets swarmed immediately by Winland, and then Cisse finishes him off and proves that he can also tackle ball carriers as well as run by them.
Yeah, Rivera was trying to turn the corner, and Cisse had the angle and just ran him down before he could square his shoulders north-south. Cisse had him dead to rights.
So now another 4th down situation, 4th and 4, Colts at the 41. Let's see if they go for it here. They will. Snap to Huey, looking left, and a bunch of traffic. Triple coverage on Nick Norman. And Connor Hill, 0 there, was the first one to bust up that play. And again, that looked like kind of a situation, Howard, where Huey really was looking left all the way to Norman. And, of course, West End, I think, is picked up on the fact that Norman's his favorite target.
And Norman's a very good receiver. But, Dave, I want to come back to what we saw last week against Morgan is there's nothing wrong with punting the football in this situation. I mean, you're going for it against a really good team. Yeah, I know that, you got nothing to lose, so to speak. But you're giving him the ball at your own 41-yard line. Just punt it. Play defense.
4 receivers. Anton with Winland on his right side. Fowler comes in motion near side left. Anton looking, flushed out of the pocket. And he is on his horse, and he'll run out of bounds for the WB Green Insurance first down for West Muskingum near the 30. McManaway was the closest man to him to chase him out, but not until he picks up close to 11.
Yeah, already in this first quarter, West Muskingum close to 80 yards on the ground, 28 in the air, about 100 yards of offense here in this first quarter, and the 14-0 lead.
Another tornado.
Under 3.5 minutes to go. First quarter, 14-0 West Muskingum leading Meadowbrook. West End looking for 9 wins in 10 games tonight. And a Toss to the left side. Cisse finds a lane, breaks tackles again. And still breaking tackles and will not go down. And he is in again for his third touchdown of the night. 2 offensively and 1 on defense.
31-yard touchdown by Cisse.
You know, I'm going to say 2 points if I may, Dave. Point number 1 is that wasn't terrible defense by Meadowbrook. I mean, they kind of had him wrapped, but he's just so strong and so good. He just broke through the tackles and bang, he was gone. And here comes my man Kuhn, another extra point.
And he has looked perfect so far as well and knocks in number 3. 21-0 West Muskingum. Second point?
Yeah,
so did that contain both of them?
Well, the point is that Meadowbrook did a pretty good job of defending Cisse's run. Point B of that is that he's so good, he just broke the tackles. So, I mean, I guess you can give Meadowbrook maybe 30% credit and Cisse 70% credit.
All right. I like it.
And this is rapidly, as we saw last week against Morgan, getting away from the Colts.
And it's mainly happening defensively. Our sponsors tonight, Laborers Local 530, West 40 Auto Sales, Surgent Construction, Patrons Buckeye Mutual, Myra Schurer for Municipal Judge, Stoney's RV, Marlene's Restaurant, AMG Vanadium, Greg's Motor Sales, People's Bank, 45 Logistics, Valentine Insurance, Doan Ford, Rogers Company, Bruner Land Company, Redderer Rehab, Duncan's of Cambridge, and Troy Blair, Dunning Motor Sales. And this high kickoff, a Valentine Insurance kickoff, fielded at the 25, scooped there again. This is Taylor again getting loose. And James Taylor across the midfield stripe, giving Meadowbrook fine field position short of the 42-yard line of West Muskingum. A nice return of 33 yards.
You know, just looking ahead for the Tornadoes, assuming they're going to win this game and get in the playoffs and most likely host, I think that's one of the things they're going to have to button up a little bit is their kick coverage. Meadowbrook has done okay on the 3 kickoffs tonight, and that's a really excellent return, putting it into Tornado territory at the 42.
James Taylor with another fine return, 19 on the first one, 33 on this one. And on the snap, a toss sweep, Rivera, again off that left side, basically where Meadowbrook started this game with, I think, 3 straight sweeps to the left side, where they've really only the place they've had success tonight so far. Forward Progress does have a first down there, gain of 11.
Down by West Houston and Court McKenzie.
Justice Huey, junior quarterback, will have a couple of running backs at his disposal in the back. Rivera, the deep man. And now, that is Landon Kuhn.
Well, Meadowbrook waiting for the flag on the neutral zone.
Kuhn will be the blocking back, leading the way for Rivera. Busts outside left. He'll be thrown down after a gain of a few. And trying to pick up, looked like West Houston, maybe Keegan Carnes. Both of those guys were in the area. A pair of West Ham linebacker.
9 carries, 32 yards for Rivera here in this first quarter. So he's doing pretty well for the Colts, and they are marching after the excellent kickoff return.
4 wides, 2 on each side for Justice Huey. Rivera remains in at running back, about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 1:45 remaining in this opening quarter. It's been all West Ham so far, and all Rashid Cisse with all 3 touchdowns, 21-0. Now Kuhn sets up on the right side, a little bubble screen to Kuhn. He makes the grab and dives forward with good position there and picks up another WB Green Insurance first down with Carter Winland, number 10, making the tackle.
Tackle by Anton. Ball's marked at the 19-yard line. First down, Meadowbrook.
Solid gain of 12 on the, just another simple nothing where Justice Huey is having to be the hero. Can't score 21 points in one possession.
A false start by the Colts is going to cost them 5.
And that will stop the clock with an even 1 minute at the moment. 21-0 the score. We'll get the Surgent Construction scoreboard update here at the end of the quarter. We'll give you some other scores from around high school football so far here in the final week of the regular season before playoff football begins. Top 16 in each region will compete in week 11. Rivera with that handoff. Again, Winland and company stack him up. A couple of yards, call it 2 on forward progress up to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to find out if Meadowbrook wants to run one more play here in this first quarter.
They will not have to.
Play clock is at 25. Game clock at about 22 as we spoke just a second ago. So I think Meadowbrook may try to squeeze one out.
And out of the pistol, Huey trying to get a cheap 5 yards again out of West Muskingum. I think right now they're going to
they're going to let it go.
Just relax here and catch their breath for a moment and regroup on 2nd and 13 to start the second quarter. And indeed, that's what they'll do. 21-0 West End over Meadowbrook after quarter number 1 here in Tornado Land. And we'll be back on YRPtv. Second quarter of action coming up on AVC Sports.
Greg Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
Your attention down on the field.
Thanks again to our Mid-East Digital Media crew here on YRPtv. Bryce Haynes outside on the camera and Cam Summers here in the booth. Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson from West Muskingum. Tornadoes up 21-0. Rashid Cisse, an 8-yard touchdown run. A 35-yard interception return touchdown and a 31-yard run for Cisse so far. He did that in the span of about 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, he's very good. He is the obvious difference maker in this not only game, but most likely the season for the Tornadoes. They have a lot of skilled players do the Tornadoes, but I'm still curious to see if their defense is going to settle down a little bit. Meadowbrook not on the scoreboard yet, but I think West is probably giving up some ground that they may not want to give up, and we'll see if Meadowbrook can convert here as they have it inside West territory of the 25.
We'll look at our Surgeon Construction scoreboard after this play. Huey on the fake handoff, now spinning out of a tackle, running for his life, throwing toward the sideline, and just bails that one out. Nice job by Huey. Good athletic play to avoid a big loss right there. Garraway, one of really the only team that's given West End trouble this year. They are up 7-0 on Ridgewood in the first quarter. Philo leads Maysville 7-0. And let's see, I guess the big game tonight in the MVL is Tri-Valley John Glenn, and the Scotties up 7-0 in the first quarter there in Dresden. Huey out of the pistol on 3rd and 13, drifting way back. Now a little quick throwback screen. That's Dalen Rivera. He's got some daylight inside the 15. It closed up quickly. Nice recovery by one of the secondary people, and stopped that one short of a first down by a couple of yards. A gain still of about 10, but could have been more.
That's a nice little back, a throwback screen. Nice job by Meadowbrook. Good call.
Tackle made by Braxton Brownrigg, the sophomore, son of the head coach. So a great tackle in the open field there. 4th down and 3 now. Colts down 21-0, early second quarter. Desperately need a first down here in a big way, or a touchdown. Colts will burn their first time out here, Howard, of the first half to talk it over, and a good time out there to regroup. What are you going to look for here from the offensive side for Steve Norman?
Well, Huey's done a nice job of rolling out and finding some open receivers. I think you probably look short here if you don't see what you like for your Huey. Keep it and try to pick up your 4 yards. I'm guessing from the other side of the ball, West Muskingum's going to have Cisse spying Huey and saying, hey, be aware that he may do a run-pass option, so keep an eye on him. So I think for Meadowbrook, they'll probably try and throw short. If they don't have what they want, Huey, keep it. I think for West Muskingum, they say, okay, Rashid, you got to find Huey because he's going to be the guy making the difference on this fourth down play. And you suspect, will West End be keying on Nick Norman? I would put my top defender on, who's not Rashid Cisse. Yeah. Norman, no catches in this football game. He's an outstanding receiver. Other scores from around the area, really nothing happening right now. Crooksville and Morgan are scoreless. Coshocton and Riverview scoreless. Dover, New Philly, the big matchup. And that storied rivalry, still no score there in the first quarter. Barnesville up 14-0 on Union Local. Fourth down play here for Meadowbrook, down by 3 touchdowns. A couple of blocking backs to the left side, and Dalen Rivera follows them through, and I don't know. It's going to be really close and not close enough. Yeah, they're going to turn it over, so Meadowbrook burns the timeout. They think that they can go between the tackles, and West Muskingum does a nice job of bottling that one up. Rivera picks up 2, but needed 3. And the Tornadoes offense now takes over on downs with 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and they'll start with the nose of the football at the 10-yard line. Yeah, they have a long way to go, but they've got a guy who can go that long way quickly. Yes, indeed, and he will be in the backfield alongside the left side of quarterback Jake Anton. Now they use him now in the formation where he's next to the quarterback, Anton. He was operating out of the I. 2 slot receivers, short side left. And Tavin Bennett by himself to the right side, and Cisse is wrapped up, running off the right tackle. Nice tackle. One of the few times we've been able to say that with confidence by the Colt defense. A gain of about 3 yards for Cisse up to the 13. And West Muskingum playing very conservative there. Just try to get a little bit of yardage, maybe try to pick up a first down here. Well, right now, the Meadowbrook defense needs to find someone not named McManaway who will make a solid tackle. He was in on that one again. Cisse again to the right of the quarterback, Anton. Looking right, throwing it out. Tavin Bennett makes the grab. And he'll have a WB Green Insurance first down before he is bounced out of bounds. Again, McManaway on the tackle along with safety Braylon Lowry.
Taken out of bounds by Lowry.
So I'm trying to figure out, Howard, where they're marking that, around the 24, gain of 11. So another first down, sponsored by WB Green Insurance in Cambridge. 10:21 remaining here in this first half, and the Tornadoes have been comfortably in front. Fake handoff to Winland. Anton, the quarterback, keeps it. He's dangerous as well. He's across midfield, and he may go. Gone. Tornado touchdown. 76 yards for the quarterback, Jake Anton, to make it a 27-0 game. Yeah, they fake the handoff. Meadowbrook bit on the play action, and boom, Anton's gone. Well, that's the way to stretch that long field into short work. The Tornadoes go, 90 yards in 3 plays? And I think it might be that very thing as to why Steve Norman's philosophy has been to use up all 4 downs and to go for it no matter where he was on the field, because he doesn't have a lot of confidence in that defense. Yeah. And the left footer, Kuhn, boots another one through. Silas Kuhn, another point after to make it 28-0. West Muskingum with just over 10 minutes remaining in this first half. We'll step aside for a moment, and we'll come back as we will return to West Muskingum Tornado Field in a 28-0 game for the Tornadoes here on YRPtv.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back on YRPtv, Landon Kuhn with that Valentine Insurance kickoff return up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 as the Colts take over, but down by 4 touchdowns here, Howard, in the second quarter.
Starting to get away from the Colts, and critical drive if they hope to have any kind of hope to even stay in this game. They're going to need to score.
Jake Burris comes in motion toward the backfield, and now they will fake the handoff. Backward pass, and whoa, look out.
What was that?
Well, there was no receiver in the area. Yes, the ball did get past the line of scrimmage, but I'm not so sure that applies to the second man who touches the ball.
I don't think I've seen that very often.
Intentional grounding the call as Jake Burris took the backward pass lateral from Huey and then uncorked it when there was absolutely no receiver on that side of the field.
The only receiver was that lady in row G, seats 7 and 8.
I was thinking maybe it looked like it was maybe to the athletic trainer here, perhaps.
It wasn't to anybody in a Meadowbrook uniform. Let's go there.
No. 2nd and 20 coming for the Colts offense, which has moved the ball at times between the 20s, but has stalled out. Rivera on the left side of Huey, the quarterback, a little double reverse, and now some flea flicker action, and this play has got almost no hope, and Cisse wraps up the pass receiver around the 20-yard line. That's Nick Norman, rather, who was at the finishing end of that flea flicker play we saw last week, but that has not produced a lot of good results. That'll be another loss, close to 7.
Well, last week we saw Meadowbrook in a similar situation against Morgan go for it on 4th down. If they don't make it here, would they really try to go for it again on 4th?
Well, with 27 yards to go, unless they take a serious chunk out of this 3rd and a kilometer, I would hope not. Equipment problem looks like with Cisse.
Yeah, that's a break for Meadowbrook.
Anytime you get him off the field, they ought to have someone designated to pull his pants down or something. Have an equipment problem every game, every play. 3rd and 27, out of the gun, 4 receivers for Justice Huey. Rolling out to his right, now throwing a little bubble screen back to Rivera, and threw his hands incomplete, but just as well. That play really did not look like it was going to go anywhere.
Now, Rivera was going to get hammered because he had his back actually to the defense, and if he would have caught it, he was going to get leveled. Well, here's that interesting situation again for Meadowbrook. Will they punt? I think they are going to punt this time.
Well, the bad news is that you got big number 3 back here ready to receive this punt, so you better punt it somewhere clear out of the county away from him.
Quick equipment change.
Yes.
He's set up at his Meadowbrook's 47.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, look out, a high snap. Great grab by James Taylor, the punter. Boy, he did a tremendous job to keep that from sure disaster, and is able to punt it out to the 42-yard line. That's a great play. A 23-yard punt doesn't sound like much, but that's a fantastic play by Taylor, who's already a decent-sized fellow for Meadowbrook, listed at 6'1", but went up for a one-hand save on the grab. That was
that had
superior athletic play.
That had safety and the big T written all over it.
28-0. West Muskingum leading with 8:47 to go. Oh, okay. So they're saying Bentley Seedor is now wearing 16 instead of 17.
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
we will make that correction. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, fellas.
Yep. So Bentley Seedor, not James Taylor. So our guy James gets his 30 seconds of fame, and we're moving on to Bentley. Sorry about that.
Cisse is going to come off the field here for West again for a moment. And that'll be 15, Braxton Brownrigg in to replace him in the backfield. Jake Anton from the 42 of Meadowbrook. Heavy blitz inside. Anton runs away from it, steps out of the pocket, throws to the sideline. That's a catch at the 27 and out. Run out of there by defensive back Trayvon Gray, a sophomore, but another WB Green Insurance first down and a pickup of 15 yards.
This Jake Anton's got a nice arm. That was a rope right on the sideline to Hill. Nice catch also.
Marked at the 27-yard line. That's another tornado.
And 3 of 3, 54 yards for Jake Anton.
They'll stack double receivers on each side of the formation. Winland in the backfield with Anton, looking left, flushed out of the pocket, looked out. He is wrapped up and dropped immediately. Is that Deshaun Mail?
How about that? Nice
let's
sack.
see here.
Tackled by Smalley for
No.
loss.
Yeah, that's Will Smalley. 5'11", that's 23, not 13. So Will Smalley, the linebacker, comes in on a blitz and picks up a big loss, 11 yards. Sack, second sack of the game, is it, for Meadowbrook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Approaching 8 minutes, second quarter. West End looking to take a 5-touchdown lead. They have a 28-0 advantage now.
And clearly working on their passing game.
And right on cue, they hand it off to Winland, and he zigzags through the line, gets back a good chunk of that yardage. Picks up a solid 9. Through the tackles, a third and manageable now for the Tornadoes, about 12.5.
Well, this time I'm sure they'll go back to the pass. Although, you figure in 4-down territory, but I'd also like to see Kuhn try a long field goal. I've been so impressed with his leg action that I'd like to see him try about a 35 or 40-yarder.
4 receivers again for Anton, a little bubble screen out to the near side right. And that's a catch for Carter Smith, a freshman who is in the game, and he is going to scamper his way inside the Colt 15 for a WB Green Insurance first down, and picks up 17 on the pass reception.
Well, forget the long field goal.
Lowry on the tackle.
Now it's just a matter of, for the Tornadoes, who do you want to get the ball to try and score? You want to get to your man Cisse another score, or do you want to spread some wealth around?
Well, he has 62 touchdowns total in his career right now. And Anton is looking left, deep corner of the end zone, up for grabs and knocked away at the last moment. Maybe Jake Burris out there on that far side. Knocked it away. The intended target was Connor Hill.
He tried to run that fade into the back of the end zone. And I think if Anton would have had more time, he might have had his receiver come back to him. He might have been open momentarily for the strike, but nevertheless, a good play, good play call, but just didn't connect.
And Rashid Cisse, number 3, is back in the backfield to the left side of quarterback Jake Anton. Receiver number 27, freshman Carter Smith to the near side. They'll pitch it left for Cisse. He is tackled, and he is wrapped up immediately, and there was no doubt about that grab as Jake Burris, linebacker Noah Farley.
Cisse, as outstanding of a football player he is, Meadowbrook's done a nice job containing him. He has 7 carries for 56 yards. I mean, 56 yards is a lot, but they've done a nice job. His longest run has been 21 yards, so you take that away, Dave. And
the
they've really
2 touchdown runs,
up,
31 and 8, 39 yards there. He's, basically under 20 yards the rest of the way. Anton throws a strike, and he finds freshman receiver Carter Smith, number 27, for the touchdown at the halfway point of the second quarter, and a 34-0 advantage for West End.
That was a beautiful pass by Anton. This guy throws ropes. He really does. That's a great pass by Anton. Yes, excellent catch, but boy, give Anton credit for that one.
16-yard TD score. Anton to Carter Smith. And another point after coming from Silas Kuhn. And this one is just inside the left upright and good. And we have a 35-0 score for the home team as the Tornadoes on senior night having a good night. 6:02 to play. We'll step aside here on YRPtv as our Week 10 high school football coverage continues.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329. How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes
Thanks again to Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes from the Mideast Digital Media crew. Our many thanks. And here on YRPtv, we return with a Valentine Insurance kickoff to Meadowbrook. And Braylon Lowry will watch that bounce over his head and into the end zone for a touchback. And a 35-0 score. Meadowbrook now just trying to stop the bleeding here once again, which has been a recurring theme in the last 5 weeks of this season.
You know what I liked about that drive, really, for the West Muskingum Tornadoes? Looks like they're trying to get other guys involved. I mean, it's not taking anything away from Cisse, who's really an outstanding player, but this West team has some other really good players. I'm very impressed with the receivers. And Anton. They've got more than Cisse. This is a good outfit.
It certainly is. A lot of skilled players, and in particular, and probably outshines, their defense and some other good athletes on this team as well. That's Black with his first carry of the evening and nets him -1 on that as the Tornado front seven bottled that one up.
Yeah, not able to run between the tackles that time for the Colts. And I think Meadowbrook, if anything positive can come out of this, is they can run some clock and try to tilt the field with a good punt.
Sophomore Braden Black remains in there on 2nd and 11 to the left side of the QB. 3 trips receivers short left. Huey with good protection, 3-man rush, throws over the middle. Nick Norman, his first catch of the night, finally on a quick slant. There is a flag down at the 25. I think maybe, did he get the face mask grabbed as he went through? Looked like maybe they got a piece of the face mask too, right as he made that grab.
A little up in that time for Norman. Nice catch, nice ball.
Little incidental face mask, 5-yard penalty added on to the play, up to the 38-yard line. Let's see. I guess that was Nick Norman. I guess that was officially his second grab, was it not?
Yes.
I said first. It was actually number 2. First for positive yardage. Huey stepping up into the pocket, hanging on to the football. Forward progress stopped, but a loss of a couple of yards. West End picks up a sack on the play. Keegan Carnes, the linebacker, number 8, with the stop. A 2nd and 12 now for Meadowbrook. Under 5 minutes in this first half remaining.
I think West Muskingum now, I believe, feels that Meadowbrook trying to go through the air. I think trying to send a few extra guys here. Although they just have 2 down linemen and a couple of linebackers.
And the toss out to Braden Black. And the sophomore trying to get outside right. He is going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and can't escape as another sea of blue with Winland and company making the stop. Anton was over there too on defense. He's been all over the field tonight. Another loss of a couple of yards for Braden Black.
Yeah, almost definite passing situation now for Meadowbrook. And unless you decide to just run it and punt it, which is certainly within the possibility for Coach Norman and the gang. Although they do have the 4 wide receivers and no backs, so they're definitely going to, well, now they'll shift Black.
And Huey with good protection, only a 3-man rush, maybe trying to set up a screen, and that's a late throw. Somehow, wow, that was some serious traffic on that middle screen for Meadowbrook, and somehow he turns it into a 5-yard gain. I'll never know how he completed that one.
Yeah, that catch by Braden Black, absolutely between 3 guys.
Talk about I don't think you could have a more dangerous throw and come up with a completion. Officials are talking. Is there? The flag is right by the football, I think. Maybe a legal man downfield. Yep. That's the kind of penalties that happen on busted plays like that, and the linemen are already headed upfield. I think almost the entire student body went ahead line of scrimmage a few yards.
It was a deep drop by Huey, and obviously passing situation. They tried to curl Braden Black out of the backfield, but unfortunately the guys took off too soon.
They're going to refuse the penalty, and instead they'll take the down. And so that'll be 4th down, a long 8 to go with the ball just outside the 40-yard line of Meadowbrook. So Meadowbrook, I would imagine, down 35-0.
Well, they're going to go for it.
Why
sure.
not?
Yeah.
3 receivers left, 1 more to the right, Nick Norman. And Huey under 4-man rushing pressure, short arms that one. And the intended target, Norman, at the 50-yard line, incomplete. And a turnover on downs, giving the ball back to the Tornadoes with an even 3 minutes remaining in this first half. 35-0 West End.
Yeah, this will be a chance for West Muskingum to maybe do some other things that they want to work on for the playoffs. And they are ranked 5th in their region, as most people know. And hopefully with this victory tonight, should they hang on, I believe they will. Let's not sugarcoat it, Dave. But Meadowbrook's won 4 games, so West may get a few little cheap points that they could use.
And they'll bunch the tight ends in tight. Winland with the handoff. His first carry since way back in the first quarter.
Yeah, his first run was 37 yards.
Picks up 7 there to the 34. West Ham will mercifully run some clock here, it looks like. Approaching 2.5 minutes first half, 35-0.
The only guy out as a receiver is Cisse. What's up with that?
And they're looking for him, and he is headed to the corner, and Anton dumps off to the tight end underneath, and that's a catch. And another WB Green Insurance first down. Burris on the tackle, but the catch made by senior Owen Bennett with that grab.
Yeah, that time Cisse was going to be the intended target, but Meadowbrook had him doubled, and actually Anton did a really nice job of seeing that and threw it to the short guy, Bennett.
Gain of about 15 on that pass. Inside the 20, handoff Anton to Winland off the left side of the line. Short gain. Casey Clendenning, the number 75, big D tackle, bottled that one up after a gain of a few. Approaching 1.5 minutes remaining in this first half. And has been a recurring theme with us the last few weeks. Looks like a running clock situation to start half number 2.
Very much so with the score as it is in West Muskingum threatening. Tornadoes with a couple of timeouts down to 1:15 on the clock.
They'll stack their tight ends to the right side of the line. Winland's in the backfield, and Cisse will take the direct snap. And he takes a hit, and Burris makes the tackle, but Burris got the worst of that contact as he brought him down around the 12. Timeout taken by the Tornadoes with 1:03 to go, and that's their first timeout of the half. And they'll talk things over on this 3rd and short from the Colt 13, actually the Colt close to the 11-yard line. And while they do that, we'll take another 30-second break here on YRPtv, and we'll finish out this first half in a moment.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more, say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77 Vocational Road, Byesville has land for sale. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Bruner Land Company has 500 tracts of land to choose from and creative financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville off I-77. Give them a call at 685-3064 or go to brunerland.com. Looking to buy.
There'll be no saving of seats prior to the gate opening at 5:15.
Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson back to West Muskingum as we finish out this 1:03 seconds of the half, and Cisse remains in the backfield, Howard.
Anton's as one of the receivers.
Cisse has it. He's going to try and throw a left-handed throw, and he's got it. Hits up with Keegan Carnes, the tight end, and that is a 13 or an 11-yard touchdown for West Muskingum to make it 41-0. Why not? A couple of touchdowns rushing, one on defense, and now one throwing. And another point after coming from lefty Silas Kuhn. And he hammers that one through all the way toward the admission gate.
And you know, that's something that West, I don't know if we've seen it this year, but that formation, you knew something was up when you see the quarterback as a wide receiver. You got to think, okay, you know, this is something they're not really going to do a lot of. So you knew that Cisse was probably going to throw the football.
So 42-0 our score. West Muskingum leading Meadowbrook. Our thanks again to our YRPtv sponsors on the night. Red River Rehab, Bruner Land Company, Troy Blair Dunning Motors, Valentine Insurance, 45 Logistics, Doe Ford, People's Bank, Duncan of Cambridge, Bruner Land Company, Marlene's Restaurant, Stoney's RV, Surgeon Construction, AMG Vanadium, Stoney's, Myra Schurer for Municipal Judge, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual, and Laborers Local 530. This will be Braylon Lowry on the return, all the way around the far side up ahead of the 35-yard line. Meadowbrook started with pretty decent field position most of the night, frankly, except for maybe once.
I don't think West has a lot of weaknesses, but one of the things I think that they probably would like to improve on is some of their special teams. Their kickoff coverage has been okay, but I think as good a team as they are, I think they probably feel like they could do a little bit better, because that's pretty good kickoff return for the Colts.
4 receivers for Justice Huey. Good protection, throwing over the middle, and his receiver was tripped up and taken down around the 45, and a couple of flags are in. And that is Bentley Cedor, who is down on the turf. Cedor wearing 16 instead of 17 tonight.
Pass intended for Cedor is incomplete.
Kind of smells like someone maybe forgot a jersey on this road trip. You think?
Well, some coaches probably wouldn't.
Not making an accusation, but
wouldn't let you play.
I don't know.
Yeah, no extra lunch for him this week in the cafeteria.
I think we're talking it over to see if the penalty occurred before or after the pass was in the air, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're going to get the explanation. It's going to be, looks like a personal foul against the Tornadoes. Will this be after the play, I wonder?
Well, it's 15. It'll be 15 yards, so line up from the line of scrimmage, I guess. Well, that's not what we were expecting to see, but it'll put it to the West End 47-yard line if that is the case.
Well, that's not going to make Coach Brownrigg and the staff very happy. I'm sure he's going to go to the locker room and say, hey, I don't care what the score is. You know, we can't make dumb penalties.
So with 45.7 remaining, Colts to the West End 48. One of the few times they've been in West End territory tonight. Trips receivers left. They'll hurry the snap as Huey rolls out to his left. He's got good protection. Still looking. Now he attempted to throw. Now a flag comes in. He was hit from behind. I think that's going to be ruled a fumble, as I don't think his arm was coming forward before he was hit. Let's see what is going on here.
We're going to get a penalty flag. I think that's probably going to go against the Colts. It's either going to be holding, the illegal downfield, probably holding. Yep.
Okay, so does West End have the ball or not? We didn't see a signal that West End recovered. Is it an incomplete pass?
They're going to take the penalty.
Really said anything that I've seen.
So it's not a fumble. But West will take the penalty from the spot of the foul. So that will make Meadowbrook first and a lot.
Yeah, I think you're right. Cam Summers here next to us is saying the ball, it did make it out of bounds, so it was not recovered by West End. That's why Meadowbrook still has recovery. Thank you, sir. 1st and 20. And Huey back to throw again. 3-man rush. Steps up and waits a little bit too long. Again, he's hit as he threw the ball, and he is hanging on to that just a little too long and got away with another one there, incomplete.
boy, the West kids are like, hey, the ball's in my hands. I got to catch that. That should have been a pick.
Landon Kuhn, the intended target, I believe. 2nd and 20. Meadowbrook down 42-0, 35 and a half seconds to go. 4 wides for Justice Huey. And a quick throw.
Wide open.
Wide up, flat on the right side. That is Cohen Miles with his first grab of the night. Short gain, picks up 4. Clock will run at 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're even getting a playoff. If they do, it's going to be
still has 2 timeouts, but they're not going to use them here. 3 receivers left again for Huey. Steps up in the pocket, being chased, and again, hit as he threw it. That's going to be an incomplete pass, the arm coming forward. So the clock will stop with 3.7 seconds left. I guess who come up with the football again?
Yeah.
Cisse was about to take off for TD number 5. .7 seconds left before halftime, and the Tornadoes flexing their muscle here in this first half. So I guess we're probably going to use the timeout now. The play clock down to 3.
Yeah, they're figuring, okay, it's the last play of the half. We don't want to turn it over to them, so let's run this play. And the only play call you have, Dave, I think, is when you've got it 4th down at your own 46-yard line. You got something in your playbook for that?
Well, I hope we don't see the flea flicker again. That has not worked well unless we've got maybe a
hook and ladder,
backward lateral. And
remember the old hook and ladder?
Sure.
Yeah.
Duriel Harris? Dolphin, didn't he make that famous for the Dolphins there against the Chargers in that AFC playoff game?
I wasn't born yet when you watched that game.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. All right. Nice try, pal. Duriel Harris or Nat Moore?
I remember those.
One of those two.
Yeah.
I think it was Duriel Harris that was involved in that, if I'm not mistaken. I watched that. I was watching that game. You want a hook and ladder?
Hey,
it works for me. Let's get a hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder with the rest of them.
You have communication with offensive coordinator Taryn Jarrett. Here's a throwback pass, and now it is over the head of the defender. He had to arc that one up. Intended for Braden Black, incomplete as we come to the close of the first half. All West Muskingum here at home tonight on senior night. And Rashid Cisse with a fine performance, and certainly as advertised, you can see the skill and the athletic ability that this young man has. 4 touchdowns for him on the night so far. 2 rushing from 8 yards and 31 yards. He also has an 11-yard pass to Cam Bennett in that first half, and also a 35-yard interception return for a touchdown as well, picking off Justice Huey for 4 of the 6 Tornado touchdowns scored. The other 2 coming from quarterback Jake Anton from 76 yards with the quarterback run. And then a Anton pass to Carter Smith of 16 yards in that second quarter as well. And that's where we stand right now at 42-0. Our scoreboard update brought to you by Surgent Construction. We'll look at that here at the moment here before we get to our halftime bands and halftime festivities. Maysville and Philo tied at 7, second quarter. St. Clairsville leading Cambridge 20-0. Good battle between 2 really good teams tonight in West Lafayette. Ridgewood trailing Garraway late second quarter 21-6 in that one. Coshocton 26-0 over Riverview. A little bit of a surprise here perhaps, Howard. New Lexington up 8-7 on Sheridan.
That's a big rivalry. That's a big Perry County rivalry.
Down in Jim Rockwell Stadium in New Lex tonight. And let's see, here we go. Tri-Valley at half leading John Glenn 14-0. And Morgan up on Crooksville 21-7. They are near halftime in that game. Logan a 12-0 advantage on Zanesville. And the battle near Beverly, Fort Fry, and Waterford Two schools you could probably hit a golf ball between. Down there, they are scoreless at halftime at 0-0.
That's good. Well, those are also two good teams, both in playoff contention.
So our scoreboard brought to you by Surgeon Construction. Our halftime report here brought to you by Laborers Local 530. And let's see, right now we will take a short commercial break, and then we'll come back. I think we're going to have the Meadowbrook High School Marching Band here in a moment, followed by West End. Howard Twiggs will have some halftime stats later in this halftime report, sponsored by Laborers Local 530. Back in a moment.
Attention all car seekers, ready to find the perfect new or used car? Look no further than Troy Blair at Dunning Motor Sales, where expert assistance awaits you. Troy Blair is a proud alum of the Meadowbrook Colts. Let him guide you to your dream ride. Troy will ensure you drive away in style with all your questions answered. So don't wait another moment. Visit Dunning Motor Sales today. Experience the difference Troy Blair can make in your car buying journey. You'll be hitting the road in your new vehicle in no time. 740-255-2334. Attention all car seekers, ready to find the perfect new or used car? Look no further than Troy Blair at Dunning Motor Sales, where expert assistance awaits you. Troy Blair is a proud alum of the Meadowbrook Colts. Let him guide you to your dream ride. Troy will ensure you drive away in style with all your questions answered. So don't wait another moment. Visit Dunning Motor Sales today. Experience the difference Troy Blair can make in your car buying journey. You'll be hitting the road in your...
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch. We are committed to providing exceptional construction from reconstruction to project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
High school sports teams. Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams. Stoney's RV Center is the place that fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts. Raider Rehab in Byesville wants to wish the Meadowbrook football team good luck as they enter the 2023 season. Raider Rehab is Byesville area's only outpatient physical therapy clinic providing quality, patient-centered, one-on-one care, accepting all insurances and no waiting list. Experience quality care today, only at Raider Rehab. For more information, visit their website at RaiderRehabPT.com or give them a call, 740-685-9800. Go Colts!
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Now located at 160...
Myra who? Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Everyone's family at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville. Come in and savor each bite of the best burgers in town while you watch all your favorite college and NFL games. Check out Marlene's Restaurant and Bar on Facebook for our daily specials. Good luck to all our local area teams from everyone here at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville.
30 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530. Hey, football fans,
Greg
Laborers
Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net. Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics wants to wish the local teams good luck this football season. Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back to West Muskingum High School, where the Tornadoes hold a 42-0 halftime lead over the Meadowbrook Colts. West Ham at 8-1 on the season. Their only loss coming to the Garraway Pirates early in the season, and they are well on their way to victory number 9. Right now, sitting number 6 in the Division 5 Region 19 playoff hunt. They will no doubt host a playoff game next week. The scoring rundown, pretty much a Rashid Cisse show for the most part, although some other cast of characters chipped in the second quarter. Cisse an 8-yard run with just over 5.5 to go in the first quarter to take a 7-0 lead. 19 seconds later, Cisse with a 35-yard interception return after jumping the pass of Justice Huey's screen pass attempt. And West Ham was up 14-0 quickly. Minute 55 seconds later, Cisse a 31-yard touchdown run around the left end to make it 21-0 after one. 3 more touchdowns for the Tornadoes in quarter number 2, with Jake Anton a 76-yard quarterback run, and then a 16-yard pass from Anton to Carter Smith, and then Keegan Carnes with a 11-yard touchdown pass reception from Rashid Cisse off the run pass option with just under a minute to go in quarter number 2 to make it 42-0, and all 6 TDs succeeded by a Kuhn point after attempt. He is 6 for 6 on the night as well for Silas Kuhn. And as where we stand right now, this team, as we pretty much had expected, dominating fashion. There's a lot of weapons on this team. You talk about CSA and Anton playing. You said it earlier in the second quarter. There's a lot more to this team than just that, especially in the skill position. But I think they've got some capable defensive players too. Those linebackers are pretty solid. West Muskingum 9 and number 10 defensive tackling back too.
Defensively, they flow to the ball very nicely. They're really doing well. They're sound. They're not spectacular. They're sound, meaning that they do what they're supposed to do. I think if you ask any coach, would you rather have one spectacular play or 5 just really good plays? He's going to say, give me that consistency, those 5 good plays. So West Muskingum very sound defensively, and you can tell that just by watching. I'll tell you, on the offensive end, that's where I'm really impressed with these West Muskingum receivers. They run good routes. They stop on a dime, turn, face the ball, and Andrew does an outstanding job of delivering. He's got great talent. You can tell that he's worked with his receivers. We'll get into the stats here in a couple of minutes, but he had 6 different receivers in that first half. And every single ball, except for the one incompletion that was the fade to the corner of the end zone, was right on the money. I'm very impressed. Obviously, CSA, we can't say enough, but and this is not to take anything away from Rashid CSA, who's an outstanding player. Sometimes when you have that kind of guy, the other guys don't necessarily get the recognition that they deserve. So hopefully at some point, and I think those that know that they're deserving accolades as well. But when you get a guy who's so spectacular like CSA, these guys take a back seat back. This is a very good team with a lot of skilled players on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. Anton, I think, threw for real close to 100 yards too. I mean, they really didn't have to throw it a whole lot. I mean, it was basically Anton and CSA running the ball for the most part. Windland had some early carries in the first quarter to do some positive yardage too. They haven't really had to extend that offensive playbook all that much here tonight. I'm sure they don't want to give away a whole lot going into round 1 of the playoffs next week.
As we said earlier, they're ranked 5th in the poll, so barring anything crazy, I don't think that's going to happen. They're not going to drop 4 spots and have to go on the road, so they will urge us next week. To whom we don't know, because those things have to be sorted out after the weekend, but we can tell you that a team ranked 5th in their region is not going to drop with an impressive victory over a team in a division higher, such as Meadowbrook. So, Wes, congratulations. I guess at this point you can say that. So, they have a lot to look forward to. I'm thinking at the same time, when they're in the locker room, I'm sure coaches are saying, hey, forget the score. We've got to go out there and close out this season in good fashion. We don't want to get sloppy. We don't want to get lazy. We don't want to get to the point where the game's over. We're not giving 100% effort. So I think it's important for the coaches at this point, and the Tornadoes in the locker room at halftime to say, hey guys, we still have a whole half of football. And first teamers, you guys have done your job. Second teamers, in this second half, at some point, it's going to be your turn. You're the next guy.
Yeah, he's got some problems. Okay, I have not run into him yet. You will. I will. You will. Trust me. You can't.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
I was sitting in my...
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
All right, Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson back on YRPtv at our Laborers Local 5:30 halftime report. Thanks to our Mideast digital crew of Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes. Many thanks, guys. Nice job so far. We'll have a running clock going on here in the second half, which will certainly be much more swift than we were in the first half, and that's been a recurring theme the last few weeks. Howard Twiggs, your unofficial or official, whatever you want to tag that as your statistics here in the first half.
Well, these are the unofficial, official stats from the uncommon voice of the common man.
Nice.
How about if we go there?
I like it.
For the Colts of Meadowbrook, they had 70 yards of offense in the first half. They ran the ball 14 times for 32 yards. Huey had 8 passes in 13 attempts, completed for 38 yards.
Those of you
punting for the Colts, couple of punts for 77 yards. Nice job by Huey one and Cedar on the other. They were penalized 3 times for 25 yards. For the Colts individually, leading ground gainer was Dylan Rivera. He had 11 carries for 37. Justice Huey ended up with -2 yards rushing. Braden Black ended up with a -3 yards rushing. So that adds up to just 32 yards on the ground. Through the air, Huey, as we mentioned, 8 of 13 for 38 yards. He hit Dylan Rivera once for 14, Landon Kuhn once for 11, Cohen Miles once for 4, Braden Black once for 7, and Nick Norman had 2 catches for a total of 2 yards for the Colts of Meadowbrook. For the Tornadoes of West Muskingum, they had 299 yards of offense in the first half. They ran the ball 18 times for 200 yards. Anton 6 of 7 passes for 99 yards. They did not punt. They were penalized 3 times for 30 yards. Anton on the 6 of 7 for 99 yards hit the 6 receivers. Carter Smith caught a couple of balls for 33. Connor Hill 1 for 15. Keegan Carnes 1 for 11. Owen Bennett 1 for 12. Cam Fowler 1 for 28, and Tavin Bennett 1 for 11. On the ground for the Tornadoes, Rashid Sehay 8 carries for 60 yards. Jake Anton 6 carries for 85 yards, including that long touchdown run. And Carter Winland 4 carries for 55 yards. So West Muskingum doing it on the ground, in the air, and an impressive first half for the Tornadoes. And by the way, in this game, no turnovers.
It's 1+.
Yeah.
For both sides, and that you could see through the stadium lights on our cameras here. The rain, which we avoided, it rained down a decent amount before kickoff here, about 30 minutes before kickoff, and then the skies broke up and kept it away for a while. Now we've got some wind coming right out of the west and some moisture pouring down as it did last night about this time, as we got drowned in the second half of our game. last night as well. So a little bit more miserable here for the senior night fans of West Muskingum, especially here that have turned out.
Yeah, it hasn't dampened their enthusiasm, though. It's an excellent crowd tonight for both sides, really. And it's a credit to the Colt fans, too, as they've come out. Your team is really struggling the second half of the year. You're in the dumpster, and somebody threw a torch in there, and you got a dumpster fire. But for Meadowbrook, congratulations to those good fans who have made the trip here from Byesville to see this game. And for the Tornadoes, obviously, when you win big, you get big, you draw big. So Tornado, good fan base here tonight.
So we've got coming up here, players of the game for both sides. Plus One Pizza, Colts player of the game. Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls will sponsor our West End Tornado player of the game again tonight, as they did last week.
I'm going to tell you something. That's a tough one. That really is.
That's not a shoe-in. Not yet.
I know our guy Cisse scored the touchdowns, but there's a lot of guys on this West team that are very impressive. As silly as it sounds, I really like their kicker. When you see a high school kid have the kind of distance and height that he is on his extra points, that guy is outstanding. I wanted to see him try a field goal, but he's a very good player. I really like the quarterback, Anton. Throws a nice ball, a catchable ball, and their receivers, they run good routes. And also, Carter Winland ran very well, too.
Well, and on defense, he's probably been the leading tackler tonight, I would guess, on the defensive side as well.
So lots of guys, whoever gets the pizza, you're going to have to share the wealth, buddy.
Before we start our second half, let's just go ahead and let's go a little bit out of the norm here. Let's call our drive of the game, because it's probably already occurred in the first half, I would assume. Our drive of the game sponsored by Stoney's RV. What do you think here, Howard?
Well,
what stands out to you?
To me, that stands out is the Anton 76-yard run. I mean, you had just gotten the ball back, and you're deep in your own territory.
Think about the 10-yard line to make it work.
Yeah. You fake the handoff, you take it, and you just sprint by some tacklers who had an angle on you, and boom, you run. I really like that. I think that's a 3-play drive. Even if you want a long drive,
there aren't many who
because
Meadowbrook's had longer drives.
Yeah, I mean, the long drives just haven't been there because they've scored so quickly, from such short yardage situations that I kind of like the Anton at this point.
I like it. Our 3-play 90-yard drive from West Muskingum, capped off by the Jake Anton 76-yard quarterback run, our Stoney's RV drive of the game for tonight. Our kickoff sponsored by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. And our thanks again to our YRPtv sponsors on the evening as follows: Marlene's Restaurant, Greg's Motor Sales, AMG Vanadium, Stoney's RV, Myra Schurer for Municipal Judge, Surgeon Construction, West 40 Auto, WB Green Insurance, Laborers Local 530, and Patrons Buckeye Mutual.
And here's an interesting situation, Dave. Rashid Sehay is back deep for the kickoff. He has scored an offensive touchdown. He has scored a defensive touchdown. Can he have a special teams touchdown?
And he's also thrown for a touchdown.
He's looking for the...
So what is it possible? You can score 5 different ways, essentially, in football? Is that?
I don't know if I have enough fingers and toes for that one.
Here's a square.
They didn't kick it to him.
And that's Anton, who will have a seat at the 40-yard line on that kickoff return after 5 yards. And the clock will run momentito for most of this second half here, as things will get a little bit sped up.
Now, let's see, at this point, how many first teamers are going to be in there. I see Anton is still at the quarterback spot. I see
first team offensive line still out there.
Rashid Sehay is in the slot, so they're going to probably go a series or two.
77 Mike Farley, 280 pounds. Colin Thornton, 66, 240 pounds on that left side. And Winland with the carry straight through the middle. Picks up 3, just short of the 45. Well, he's still on his feet, I guess. I thought they were going to blow forward progress dead, but they did not. And instead it turns into a gain of 8 instead of 4. Caden Fleming, the 220-pound junior center, number 59, and the McKenzie cousins on the right side, 210-pound senior Cord McKenzie, 55, and Connor McKenzie, 62, at 260 pounds. You were talking at halftime, it was before we come back on. Really, the offensive line is a good-sized line here for a small school.
If we get a minute, Dave, and you want to go over those guys, they're big, they're husky.
And again, Winland trying to bust free, short of that first down by a yard or so at the 49. And wrapped up by Clendenning and maybe Talon Cannon or Yeagle.
Yeah,
it's Aiden Yeagle.
Yeah, Farley goes 280, Thornton goes 240, Fleming goes 220, McKenzie goes 210, and the other McKenzie goes 260. I mean, that's big beef there on that front line.
Well, you got a couple of other blocking tight ends at 205 and 200, and Wes Houston and Keegan Carnes also, junior and senior respectively. Here's Anton on the keeper. He'll have a WB Green Insurance first down after a gain of 4 up to the Meadowbrook 47-yard line. That will move the chains once again as we are under 10 and a half minutes. Third quarter, 42-0 advantage for the Tornadoes.
You know, you wonder too, after this drive, will this be it for the Tornado offense? Or does Cisse have one more big play in him? They have him at the receiver spot in the slot, so I'm thinking maybe he gets one more pass.
And out of the pistol on first down and 10 from the Colt 47. Winland again, the handoff, jumps over Yeagle at the line of scrimmage and picks up 3 at the 44. McManaway was there on the stop along with Cannon, number 55.
I'm just wondering too, with the Tornadoes, are they keeping Cisse as a receiver just to give whoever they play next week in the playoffs round 1 something to think about, that hey, this guy, whoever's scouting here, this guy plays a lot in the wide receiver spot too.
Second down, 7 play, fake handoff to Winland. Anton looking deep, he's got a man, and it's caught by Connor Hill, number 0, inside the 5 of the Colts. And another WB Green first and goal.
Another great ball by Anton.
41 yards on the pass to Connor Hill.
Ball is marked at the 3-yard line, first and goal.
Another little, looks like a West End quick Week 10 tune-up here before second teamers probably come on in the near future.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Has Winland scored a touchdown yet tonight?
He has not.
I got Cisse as the Wildcat.
And Cisse gives it off, and this will be Winland straight ahead, and there's his touchdown.
Yep, and you know that kind of stuff happens when you have the opportunity to make it happen, and good for Winland and good for the Tornadoes to make it happen.
Carter Winland rewarded with the touchdown, and it's 48-0 on a 3-yard scamper by Carter Winland, 5'8", 200-pound junior. And here's another one of those guys that
the officials are saying run the clock.
They're begging.
Run the clock.
They're begging the timekeeper to run the clock.
Yeah, they want the clock moving.
49-0 as Silas Kuhn boots it through once again. And the Tornadoes now with 7 TDs on the night.
Yeah, everybody, the coaches are going, run the clock. If some little old lady comes up here and says, run the clock, then we're all in big trouble. Unfamiliar territory.
Now it's moving now.
Dave, for you and I, we know this running clock stuff.
I was going to say, all you had to do was just ask us.
Yeah, we're the experts.
Carter winning a 3-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until you get smacked.
And now a W.
They're saying run the clock.
They're still saying what?
Run the clock.
And this Valentine Insurance kickoff will go out of bounds around the 3-yard line, and that'll
all right,
bring it
now
out
we
to the
got to
35.
stop. You know, at this point, that's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty on the Tornadoes. But
49 there, Josh.
A few new faces out there on the defensive side for West Ham here, sprinkled in with the first teamers.
all right, let's see if our official says run the clock. There we go.
35-yard line, Colts 1st and 10. And Huey on the handoff to Rivera around the left end. Nowhere to go. Stacked up there by, again, Big 13 Tavin Bennett, who is, we've called his name on offense and now on defense.
Yeah, he's had a very good night also. No gain, as Dave says.
Well, not just because I said it necessarily.
No, it's a fact. You said it, it's true.
And handoff straight ahead. Rivera again. This time finds a little space through the line and powers his way for a gain of 6 up to the 41.
Evan Lewis on the tackle.
He got a little bit of a head start there, but no flag came. So,
and even if the flags do come, that's the clock's running through those too.
Sure.
I mean, I've seen several times here in the last couple of years where there's been literally 2 minutes have come off the clock before, in between plays from scrimmage. And that's again Rivera stacked up about a half-yard short of the first down, picks up 3 more. That young man has run hard today, and he has taken some punishment along the way too.
14 for 46 yards and tough yards at that. You know, that's only what 3 yards and change every run. So he's had to earn everything he's gotten tonight.
Huey under center, quarterback sneak, and he'll have the first down as they plunge it forward. 3 more for the quarterback, and that should put him right at a nice even 0 yards for the night.
All right, we'll give him 0 on 2 official carries. And Meadowbrook marching.
They've moved the ball a few different times, mostly on the ground, but they've sprinkled in some passes here and there as well. Cedar, Kuhn, Norman, I think Burris a couple of times as well. Here's Huey from the gun again. 3 receivers in the pattern. Steps in and steps right into pressure, and he'll be sacked the second time tonight.
Yeah, just as you said, he was back to 0 on the rushing.
Sorry about that.
-7.
Caden Fleming, defensive lineman at 220 pounds there with the stop and the sack tackle for loss of 4. And a 2nd and 14 now for the Colts as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. West Ham's been in control since the opening kickoff tonight, 49-0 right now. And Huey again, this time it's a little short, but it is caught.
Yeah, they're going to give him a catch.
Okay, that's a nice grab by Braylon Lowry, who saved an incompletion, was able to come back to the football and get his hands underneath the ball to get the completion. That'll be a gain of 6. And now Huey working from the pistol. Again, he's got Rivera deep behind him. Lowry, Burris, I believe, to the near side as receivers. Rivera straight up the gut. That'll be enough for a first down. And that'll be, what do we call it, 4, 5 yards?
Yep, give him a first down. Nope, yeah, first down.
WB Green Insurance first down for the Colts. Again, that's a couple on this drive now. And you got to think too here, Howard, West Ham defensively here won a little, you know, trying to stiffen up and a little pride. They want a shutout.
Yeah, sure do. Good wide open is Norman.
Norman makes the grab, and he is wrestled down by Connor Hill, 0 at the 38-yard line, but a pickup of close to 5 on the short throw to the left flat. Couple of substitutes in that secondary now for Coach Brownrigg's West Ham defense. 2nd and a long 5 now as now Burris comes back across the field to the near side left. And Huey on the handoff to Braden Black, his third carry of the night, and he is stacked up near the line of scrimmage, but forward progress will get him a couple. Just short of the 36.
Let's give him 3, which will officially put him 3 carries for 0 yards.
Okay, I think that's...
Was that fair?
That's kind.
All right, that's good. All right.
Down to 3 minutes here, third quarter. Coach trying to take the dinosaur egg off the board. And a fake handoff and a quick throw to the flat. And
is that a fumble or a lateral?
That's a forward pass.
No.
Kuhn dropped it. Or,
all right.
Yeah, Landon Kuhn out there. Right through his hands. He was looking to run with it before he had it, and he could have easily had a first down.
Yeah, I was going to say, he had some room to run.
Well, this is how it goes. Big Mo, I mean, when things go south, they really go south sometimes.
What was a promising drive now is 4th and 5 for the Colts.
At the West End 36.5. Huey's got 3 receivers to his right and 1 more to the left. Looking for the quick out in the flat. Now he'll step up and run it, and he'll have a first down as he scampers out just ahead of that first down stick at the 32-yard line. So a 5-yard run for the junior quarterback, Huey. And a WB Green Insurance move of the chains once again for the visitors, down 49-0.
You know, nobody accounted for the quarterback, Huey, that time. Again, I think that happens when you've got some second-teamers in there.
3 receivers left, looking that way. Huey going deep down the left side, and that's going to be picked off. Anton with the interception, and the West End quarterback turned DB comes up with interception number 2 tonight for the Tornado defense.
You know, Meadowbrook was marching, and they wanted to go for the home run, and unfortunately, Anton, one of the first teamers still in the game, says, not on my watch.
And some of that West End defensive pride coming up there with a stop at the 2-yard line. So with 1:39, and the clock will continue to wind now. 49-0 lead, 7 touchdowns on the night for West End. One of those occurring on defense. Rashid Cisse, the heralded record holder in several categories here for West Muskingum football, has 4 of them tonight. Braxton Brownrigg, is it? Picks up, looks like 5 or 6, up near the 8.
We're assuming that the night is done for Jake Anton.
Looks that way.
But a good night indeed.
So Braxton Brownrigg, number 15, 5'7" sophomore QB, will take over the controls now, as he has a new running back on his left side, right side, Austin Staffy, I believe, the sophomore as well. And this will be Brownrigg carrying. A flag comes in behind the play, probably coming back as Brownrigg runs out of bounds for a first down. But
going to be a hold on West. So that will be, what, a half the distance of the penalty?
Pretty close. I guess it depends on where the hold. I think the holding occurred. Yeah, it will be half the distance. You're right. It did occur inside the 20. That'll bring us, looks like the final seconds running down at the third quarter. That should take us to the end of the third before running another play. So West End 49, Meadowbrook nothing. At the end of quarter number 3, we'll step out with another brief commercial time out, and we'll return with the fourth quarter of action from Tornado Land after this word on YRPtv.
Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
Everyone's family at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville. Come in and savor each bite of the best burgers in town while you watch all your favorite college and NFL games. Check out Marlene's Restaurant and Bar on Facebook for our daily specials. Good luck to all our local area teams from everyone here at Marlene's Restaurant and Bar in Byesville.
Thanks to Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes on our Mideast Digital Media crew here tonight on YRPtv, guys. Thanks a lot. Nice job. Bryce Haynes has kind of been doing a little bit of everything here during the elements tonight, so MVP honors go to him on our crew on this night. He's
but you know
the roughest part.
No pizza for him though. That's these other guys get pizza for their outstanding efforts. You know, our guy gets an attaboy.
And what do you get?
Yeah, less. I get well, you showed up.
And there's the handoff. Staffy again with the carry. WB Green Insurance first down to move of the chains to start this fourth quarter. Number 30, Austin Staffy, a sophomore at 190 pounds. First down and 10, West End just outside their 15. Again, Braxton Brownrigg, the sophomore QB, will flip it around. This will be Carter Smith, who caught the touchdown pass earlier in the first half, scampering with the end around. Short gain. Good job by the Meadowbrook defense staying home there and getting a stop. That'll be number 7, Trayvon Gray, the sophomore, with the stop after a gain of 3. Other scores coming here on our Surgeon Construction scoreboard update right now. Still 21-6 third quarter, Garaway leading Ridgewood. Coshocton up 26-0 on Riverview at the half. Tri-Valley 28 and John Glenn 7. That's in Dresden in the third quarter. Morgan leading Crooksville 27-7 as they start the second half in their game. And Maysville with a 10-7 lead on Philo. Philo, another playoff team. Brownrigg is tackled behind the line, loses a yard or two. That Philo team, Howard, I'm trying to think how many wins they got. I want to say they were 6-3.
Yeah, they're right on the edge of playoffs. As a matter of fact, if the seedings would have held, it looked very possible like Philo would have gone to Sheridan. It would have been 15 Philo and 2 Sheridan. But again, at this point of the contest, Sheridan is losing. So it's possible, I suppose, that Philo could play at Sheridan.
And there is Staffy again with the carry, bouncing off tacklers through the right side of the line. I think he's got enough for a first down, and he does. That's a gain of 8 for Staffy. And the chains move once again on a WB Green Insurance first down for the Tornadoes, leading by 7 touchdowns.
And strictly second teamers in for West.
Our post-game report coming up very shortly. We will have our Plus One Pizza Colts player of the game and our Lock 9 Pizza and Duncan Falls Tornado player of the game at the conclusion. Motion man is Ashton Ansel, a sophomore, mostly the JV team out there right now for the Tornadoes. And there goes the quarterback, Brownrigg, on the keeper around the right side, picks up 8 more. Stopped by, I think that's Norman or Burris. That is Jake Burris on the tackle for the Colt defense. 8 of 9.
Yeah, for West, going back to that defensive stand on the pick by Anton, that was big for this team. I mean, I think they really wanted that shutout. And I mean, Meadowbrook may still get the ball back once, possibly twice, but West, I think, has to feel really good defensively tonight.
West End will pack in their tight ends on the left side of that formation, and they'll give a little shovel flip. Flag comes in behind the play. It looks like maybe Staffy, I think, maybe tackled Noah Farley, the linebacker who was in the backfield there, and was stopped for no gain for
I wonder
the Tornadoes,
if
coming
they'll
back.
take the play. I'd take
move
the
it
play.
on backward.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll take
Well,
the penalty.
that would leave him, I think, with about a 3rd and a yard.
I think he lost yardage, did he not? Okay, doesn't matter. They took
Yeah,
the
he might
penalty.
have. So 2nd down 11. Fourth quarter, approaching 7.5 minutes. And let's see, my pal Mel Pursuit is sending a score right now. Steubenville comfortably in front, 41-8 on Louisville. And Steubenville, a couple weeks ago, is that a catch? Yes, it is. Nice grab by Carter Smith again. He's had a few nice catches here in this one tonight. One of those other good young receivers. He's just a freshman, 27, Carter Smith.
Yeah, he's got a really bright future for a freshman.
Sure does. Pickup of 8 yards on that pass from Braxton Brownrigg. That's his first pass attempt. First completion, at least, but might even be his first attempt of the night. Again, 2 tight ends stacked left side of the formation. 1 receiver out wide, short right. Oh, look out. That's through the hands of Brownrigg, and he tried to fall on it. Ball still loose, and I think the Tornadoes still covered it up around the 18-yard line.
This will be the first punt of the game for the Tornadoes.
You're right. Yeah. I think Owen Bennett came up with a recovery as Brownrigg tried to fall on it, and the ball squirted free again. Of course, there's a good bit of moisture on that turf right now, so it's a rather slippery egg out there. Approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Jake Anton's going to come back out onto the field for the moment. Now, he's going to come in as a blocker.
Yeah, Wes Houston will be the punter for the Tornadoes.
For the quarterback, Anton, is coming in as a right guard right now.
Whoa!
Look out, that's a high snap.
That's going to be a
end
safety.
zone.
Yeah.
And it does. It goes out of the back of the end zone for a 2-point safety for Meadowbrook.
You know, that's back-to-back errant snaps for the Tornadoes. I'm guessing backup center, not a lot of varsity time, and that happens.
Well, there'll be some things to work on, like you said. I think special teams really has been the only bugaboo tonight for West M.
Yeah.
Not from the place kicker.
No.
Not necessarily, but just some little things like that. So the score 49-2.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather get beat 49-0 or 49-2. I mean, think about that one, Dave. What, I mean, seriously, would you rather get beat 49-0 or 49-2? I think I'd rather get beat 49-0.
Yeah, that's where my vote's at, pal.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to say, woo.
Well, I guess the good news is if we're playing CFL rules, you could get beat 49-1.
I guess if it were 49-0 and you saw the score, you say, they got thrown out. But if you see the 49-2, you're going to look at it a little closer to see what happened. That's why 49-2 is worse than 49-0.
Going to draw more attention.
Yeah.
Valentine Insurance kickoff coming from West Muskingum from the 20-yard line. 5 minutes and 43 seconds until the end of this one. A happy senior night nonetheless here for the Tornado players, cheerleaders, band members, parents, and fans. And a squibber that knuckleballs to the 38-yard line and scooped up by Nick Norman. And he will get to the midfield stripe and just beyond before being swarmed over by a sea of blue and gold after a 12-yard return.
Let's see if the officials say start the clock.
Okay, pal, time to put you on the spot again here, man. King Carpet and Swim Away Pool and Spa play of the game. I'm hitting you with it right now.
Okay, I'm going to go. That's an easy one. That's the pick 6 by Cisse.
Yeah, that's where you're going.
Yeah, that was an easy one. That's the easiest one all year.
Easiest call.
Jumped up in the air and snatched that and ran.
That really was a pretty play, you have to admit.
Yeah.
Rivera around the left end, 5-yard gain, and now there's going to be some extracurricular activity happening with a late flag after the tackle. It's going to go 15 more yards against West, and that will not bring smiles to the face of head coach Nate Brownrigg.
No, they will not be happy about that.
So that'll move it back to the 30. 5-yard run for Rivera plus 15. Clock running at 4:44, fourth quarter.
That's after the play. That's 15 more.
Again, Huey from the pistol. And a handoff to Rivera around the left end to the short side of the field and is swung down around the 26. 5-yard pickup for Rivera again as he adds to his total. And I'm kind of smelling some +1 pizza headed Dalen Rivera's way tonight.
Unofficially, 17 carries, 60 yards. Hard yards. Tough yards.
Tough yards. You got that right. That is not yak, as they call it, yards after the catch, or yar after the run. That is brutal physical contact yards. Here's Landon Kuhn on the swing pass out to the right flat. And a short gain up to the 20. That will be enough for the first down. A WB Green Insurance first down to Kuhn.
Well, you know, Meadowbrook, this is their first chance to score in quite a few quarters.
Offensively, that is.
Yes.
And the handoff, Rivera is swarmed, and a handful of Tornadoes, led by number 55, Cord McKenzie, nearly took the ball out of Huey's hands. That was a late developing run option. Approaching 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. West Muskingum, the rain has let up finally here. Throw out, a little bubble screen to the left side. That is Nick Norman, escapes the tackle at the 19 and scampers out of bounds. Looks like a WB Green Insurance first down again for the Colts. First and goal, it looks like, just inside the 10.
4 catches, 13 yards for Norman. He's been quieted tonight.
I think the Colts offense heard you, Howard, and they are eager to take this 2 off the board.
Yeah. Yeah, blame him. That's good run by Rivera.
Around the left tackle again. And a pickup of 4. Clock continues to run at 2.5 minutes, but
illegal substitution for West. Okay.
Oh, for West? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he did the signal toward Meadowbrook's end first. Penalties decline. 5-yard run for Rivera. Second and goal now from the 4.
Yeah. That's what happens when you get subs in. Too many guys.
And Rivera will scamper into the end zone for a 4-yard score, and the Colts' first touchdown of the night.
Well, good for the Colts.
49-8 score right now. 2 minutes and running off here in this ball game. As I think that is, like you said, I think that's good news to at least get that. Get that 2 off the board.
When people see the score, they'll just glance over it. And they're going to go for 2. Yeah.
49-0 is getting, no big deal. 49-2, like, whoa, wait a minute. Rivera, end around, left side. He goes in untouched to the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now double figures for the Colts. 8 of them scoring on their own, 49-10 with 1:32 to go in this ball game. We'll take one more timeout, and we'll return after this short break on YRPtv as we will wrap up this night from West Muskingum.
By Myra Shire for Judge. Myra Shearer? Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Paid for by Myra Shire for Judge. Myra Shearer?
Howard Twiggs, Dave Davidson back to wrap things up. The final minute 32 of this one as West End will finish their season at 9-1 in the regular season, headed off to hosting a playoff game next Friday night, I believe. Colts will end their year at 4-6 here momentarily. Our kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. Howard Twiggs totaling up some numbers right now in our People's Bank postgame report that is to follow. And that is Braylon Lowry, the sophomore, with the kickoff. And the rain starts to come down again a little bit heavier as well. It's going to be down around the, did it go out of bounds? Thought it went out of bounds, but yes, it did. Nope, I lied again. It was covered up inbounds, so it'll be at the line of scrimmage will be at the 30.
And the officials say, let's play.
The officials say, I want to get dry. Braxton Brownrigg, number 15. Number 2 QB. Now West End looking to get their 11th player out onto the field, and the Tornadoes will have to burn a timeout here to avoid a penalty. And Coach Brownrigg with some instructional time right now going on to his second team crew. Don't forget, here coming up in our People's Bank postgame report, we will quickly have our Colts and Tornadoes respective players of the game. Thanks to our sponsors again tonight, King Carpet and Swim Away Pool and Spa. Play of the game was Rashid Cisse's 35-yard interception return midway through the first quarter in tonight's game, which really opened up the floodgates for the Tornadoes. And our Stoney's RV drive of the game, 90-yard drive by West End, and that early second quarter capped off by Jake Anton's 76-yard touchdown run, which was the longest score of the night. And that's Braxton Brownrigg, the quarterback, keeping it straight up the gut. Gain of 5. And that will polish it off here, fella.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
They will not have to run a play. The play clock a couple of seconds in front of the game clock. West End will be more than happy to let this one go, as will Meadowbrook. And our final score will be West Muskingum 49 and Meadowbrook 10. So Howard has tallied up some numbers. Our People's Bank postgame report coming up right now. We'll take one small break once again. Howard will bring you the numbers, and we'll have our +1 Pizza Colts player of the game and our Lock 9 Pizza Tornado player of the game when we return. People's Bank postgame report coming.
Leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Ash, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics. Greg Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
Thanks a lot again to Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes on our YRPtv video crew. A senior night here at West Muskingum, which was a happy one for all. They got a little damp, a little chilly, but all in all, they got their 9th win of the year in 10 games, and they'll head off to hosting a playoff game here next week with a 9-1 record. Congratulations to the West End Tornadoes and Coach Nate Brownrigg. You know, this has been a long time coming for this program. West Muskingum really, I mean, they hit this for a long time. And
absolutely.
He has really put a system in place here and has got some athletes here, and he's doing really, really well.
You know, and this is not to take away from the coaching staff, who's done a marvelous job. These kids are very skilled, but he's got some really good players, too. It helps.
Talent doesn't hurt, does it?
No.
It doesn't hurt. Makes coaches look pretty good. Let's look at our player of the game first for the Meadowbrook Colts. Our +1 Pizza player of the game gets a certificate for a free pizza. And a pretty easy choice tonight for the visitors.
Yeah, you got to go Dylan Rivera. The kid ran hard. He ran tough. He would end up as the scorer of their only touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We'll get into it in a second, but 20 carries for 66 yards. Tough yards. I mean, he had nothing easy tonight, did Rivera. Did a very nice job.
And, finished out strong with a lot of class here tonight, too. Dalen Rivera, 5'11 senior, our Colts +1 Pizza player of the game tonight for Meadowbrook. And on the other side of the coin, again, we have, a couple of choices, but, usually in these things I like to default to the senior. it was a pretty easy choice also on the home side tonight for our Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls Tornado player of the game.
Before we say, let me give a couple of honorable mentions. I really like Carter Smith, the wide receiver. He ran excellent routes. They were right there, and he would end up with 3 catches for 41 yards. And Jake Anton was a magician tonight. He also made a nice interception late in the game too, but he would end up with great numbers that we'll get into too. But I think you got to go with the guy. I mean, it pretty much says it all. He scores offensively, he scores defensively. You got to go with our man Rashid Cisse.
Absolutely. Number 3 in the back row there, joining the football squad as they sing their alma mater. And final stats here. What do you want to wrap up here tonight on this one? 49-10 West Muskingum.
Let's start with the Colts. They end their season at 4-6, and they will not be in the playoffs. Meadowbrook ran the ball 27 times for 69 yards. Through the air, they were 12 of 18 for 61 yards and the 2 picks. They did not fumble the ball, so 130 yards of offense tonight for the Colts. They punted twice for 77 yards, and they were penalized 4 times for 15 yards. On the ground, as we said, Rivera, 20 carries for 66. Justice Huey would end up with 4 carries for a net 3 yards, and Braden Black would end up with 4 carries for a net of 3 yards. So that adds up to 66. Through the air, Huey, 12 of 18, as we said, for the 61 yards and the 2 picks. Receiving, Nick Norman would be their leader, 4 catches for 13 yards. Brandon Lowry caught a ball for 7. Braden Black caught a ball for 7. Cohen Miles caught one for 4. Landon Kuhn grabbed a couple for 16. And our player of the game, Dylan Rivera, actually had the longest pass completion of the night with a 14-yard reception for the Colts. West Muskingum 9-1 on the season. They will host next week here at Tornado Field, and hopefully a big crowd comes out. It's a very, very good football team. And they would end up with 29 carries for 253 yards on the ground, 9 of 10 passing for 160 yards, and no interceptions, no turnovers tonight for the Tornadoes. Let's start with the passing. Jake Anton, 7 of 8 for 141 yards. Braxton Brownrigg, 1 of 1 for 8 yards. Rashid Cisse, 1 of 1 for 11 yards. That was also a touchdown pass, we might add. On the ground for the Tornadoes, they were led, surprisingly enough, by Jake Anton. 7 carries for 89 yards. Carter Windland, 8 carries for 68 yards. Rashid Cisse, 8 carries for 60 yards. Braxton Brownrigg, 3 for 16. Austin Staffy, a couple of carries for 13. Carter Smith had a carry for 7. 4 penalties for 15 yards for, or I should say, yes, 6 for 60 for West Muskingum, and they did punt once for 31 yards. 7 extra points for Silas Kuhn also tonight, and that will take care of the numbers. So as you can well imagine, it was all Tornadoes tonight, and a well-earned victory and a great season for West Muskingum.
All right, and our post-game report brought to you by People's Bank. Our thanks again to all of our sponsors. We'll mention this other half that we did not get to earlier. Doan Ford, Valentine Insurance, 45 Logistics, Bruner Land Company, Rennerer Rehab, Duncan of Cambridge, Troy Blair Dunning Motors, Rogers Company, and People's Bank. So our thanks to one and all here tonight. We appreciate all of the sponsorship there. Thanks for watching here on YRPtv. Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes, our video crew. Thanks a lot, guys. And Bryce, we gave you didn't know it, but we gave you MVP honors tonight for the crew for weathering the elements in this one tonight as well.
That's right, and he gets what he normally gets. Another attaboy.
A handshake and an attaboy.
Yeah.
You just got it. Nice job. You too, Cam. You didn't do too badly too, although you were pretty comfortable here nestled here in the booth as well. Thanks to all, and thanks especially Athletic Director Pete Woods here at West Muskingum. Good job getting us all set up here, and thanks again to Coach Brownrigg and Coach Norman for their stats and input here before game time tonight as well. Well, Howard, we'll see how the postseason shakes out at this point. Maybe seeing you here down the road.
Dave, it's been a pleasure working with you this year during the regular season. I think we've done, maybe 2-3 games, depending on who you ask, how we did. Friends and family say we did a really good job. The others, it's up for grabs, but I've enjoyed working with you, Dave. As always, you're a true pro and a good guy.
Well, you are likewise, my friend. Thanks a bunch. We'll see what happens in week number 11. A few of our teams, our coverage teams, a couple in the MVL will be in action in the playoff rounds. Barnesville looks like they're going to finish their season at 10-0. They were rolling tonight over Union Local. That was a 40-13 score in the fourth quarter that we got there.
Yeah, Caldwell will be in. They'll host.
Yeah, I'm scanning down my list. Caldwell 30-6 over Shenandoah late third quarter.
Yeah, Philo has a shot. Who else has a shot is Morgan. They were 2 spots out of the 16th spot. I mean, they'll have to travel somewhere, far away, but nevertheless, that's a big plus for that program because they've been on the skids for the last few years too.
Morgan 33-7 over Crooksville.
Yeah, so I mean, they need a couple things to happen, but it's possible that the Morgan Raiders, the Philo Electrics, John Glenn, I believe, will be in.
Any surprise by that score?
Tri-Valley, John Glenn, no, because
42-7 Tri-Valley, by the way.
Not a surprise because Tri-Valley, after beating Sheridan, had to be just on sky high, and knowing that the big points they got for last week, and if they can get big points again tonight for beating John Glenn at home, that's why I'm sure they were motivated.
And Maysville right now
will probably host too.
Well, a bit of a surprise in Duncan Falls right now. Philo trailing Maysville late third quarter 17-7. So that's a 2-score game, and Maysville may come up with one of their few victories of the year. Philo seems to be a team that's been kind of up and down, maybe a bit of a downturn in the second half of this season as well, but maybe are going to kind of limp into the playoffs, so to speak.
Yeah, let's not to disparage Maysville, but let's hope that Philo gets a win if it means they can get into the playoffs.
And Sheridan, late third quarter right now, back on top, leading New Lexington 19-15 there, and that's a battle of Perry County. Those two rival schools really going at it. New Lexington may have the last word yet.
Yeah, for the Sheridan fans, I'm sure lost last week at home against Tri-Valley knocked them out of the #1 spot in the region. They'd be jumping off corn stalks if they lost again tonight.
That may be true. So those are the scores that we have here at the current time. Our thanks to one and all, Howard Twiggs and Dave Davidson, along with our Mid-East Digital Media crew of Cam Summers and Bryce Haynes, saying goodnight from West Muskingum. Final score again, the Tornadoes over the Colts tonight in week number 10, 49-10. Have a great weekend, everybody.
This has been a presentation of AVC Sports.